Hello guys, Garcia here. This is part 7 of our Brigandine playthrough. So let's continue. We are going to attack in the next turn. So we just need to check here if we moved everybody. So yes, everybody's in the fort or the castle Talos here. So this is going to be a very important turn depending on what is actually going to occur here. Because obviously we have the Esgar's Empire here, ready to attack Norgard. We have 2 castles that can attack Norgard here from Almekia. So we have to probably just get lucky and be the first ones to attack here. If we attack here, we can finish off Norgard and we can actually get 2 extra knights. And those 2 extra knights will help us a lot because we are very close to the moment in which we are going to have to need to really separate our teams that we have been using so far, and they will probably be separated until the end of the game. So we really need to have extra, like at least mid-level to like really powerful knights, so we can use them in different teams. So down here, I don't know if we can attack this turn. Can we? Actually, we can. So we are going to attack down here too. So let me check. Actually, this one is pretty decent. I'm actually going to attack here. We need to like start basically breaching the wall here. We need to start attacking their defenses here, because the first place we are going to start conquering when we split our teams is going to be Icekalio here. So we definitely need to attack them more. I was just waiting for like a good deal for us here. Finally, we have some knights that don't have a good lineup here, so we should be able to take that castle, but we'll see. Hopefully we'll be the first ones to attack here. If not, then probably this is the last turn of Norgard's existence, no matter what, even if we are not the ones to finish them off. As you can see here, Almekia is in big trouble. This is actually the worst case scenario for us, because now Esgar's Empire, which is the purple one, they are very powerful and they are expanding very quickly, and they are extremely dangerous. They are by far the most dangerous country to fight against in this game. So let's see what's going to happen in the next turns here, because they are really expanding way too much for my taste. Well, I was hoping for the attack in the north to go first, but that's okay. Alright, so we have to be very careful with 2 things here, which are the Behemoth and his Gygas. We also have a Gygas, but a Gygas against us is actually way more dangerous than our Gygas being used against them, because as you can see, we have a lot of white. We have a lot of white elements here, and the Gygas, as you can see, is a black element creature alongside a red here. So that means that against us particularly, these types of creatures are very effective. So hopefully we can avoid being destroyed here by his Gygas. The big advantage of fighting against any Gygas or Titans or any evolutions of the Giants is that the Giants usually have low agility, so they frequently miss attacks. That said, I'm not counting on that. You can't like game plan using that as a possibility. Oh, they are going to miss, so I can move my troop, my knight here, or this troop here, and all that. You can't follow that line of thought. You have to always be careful, always like predict the worst possible scenarios so you can avoid making mistakes, right? Alright. Okay, for this one, I'm going to try to form the best wall I possibly can here. Kyloff has been lagging behind in terms of like wall formation in the last few battles. Mostly because his army was kind of slow, but now his army is slightly different, so he should be way faster now. And hopefully I can put him in a position in which we can actually use him, because I barely used him so far during the playthrough. To be honest, I think I like killed 3-4 units. Lioness kills 3 or 4 units in each battle. Kylov has been killing like 0.2 each battle, so that's why he has not been leveling as fast as I was hoping. These holy glyphs here will be amazing to form the wall here. Because remember, even if the units we want to kill are way behind in terms of positioning, the holy glyphs can actually hit them with the... I forgot the name of the skill. Feather Storm, there you go. I'm going to position them a little bit ahead here because I need space to move Kylov's troops. That evolved Lizardman there. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but it could be. It really depends on how the battle will go. I don't like those two fairies too. Those can be very annoying. Okay, so now we are going to try to advance here very slowly. We have to be very careful. Those powerful units are way more powerful than any knight, really. So a Bahamut or a Fafnir or a Salamander or the evolved Hydra, I forgot their Tiamat, yes. All of those are like a nightmare to deal with. I'm going to move my wall slightly, just slightly to the east here, just to be able to fit in everybody here. I'm not going to put the giant in the wall. I don't think it's a good idea. He's going to die if I do that. I'm going to put him here. He's probably not going to fight during this battle here. So the problem is we are going to finish our movement here with Chantail. So Kandan is going to move alongside Baghdad Magus here. So I cannot close off my wall. I was going to leave like a space for the Phoenix, Kylov's Phoenix, to be on the wall. Problem is I can't do that because the movements are completely in their favor during this battle here. So I'm going to just reposition some troops here. Oh, actually Baghdad Magus is not going to move on this turn. Oh, they actually did move. That's actually very interesting. But that's also bad because that means that I need to move again. So I need to move forward 1 extra hex here. That could cause all sorts of problems because I think we are already too close, to be honest. But if I move with Kylov now, what's going to happen is the first one to move is Driss here. He's going to be totally exposed if I move him like the way I want to here. He's going to be way too close. So I'm going to try to kind of bait them. I'm going to put actually the rock here instead of the Phoenix. But I don't think they will attack here. I'm actually going to put the demon here. The Scorpion for now is not that useful. We just need one of his troops to start attacking. I need to avoid curse, so 1 hex, 2 hex. So I still can move 1 here without getting 1 curse spell to the face here. I'm actually going to do this. Not amazing, but this is one of the worst maps in the game. For defending is awesome because it slows down everybody. For attacking is just atrocious. It's really, really bad. Because it completely favors the one who's defending. Because of the terrain here. So this is a road, so it goes, they move super fast. they move normal in grassland, but in forest they move way slower than they usually would move. I'm actually going to, instead of putting him here, I'm going to put him here, so we can cover more ground in terms of like area spells. Because the computer can like focus on this side, for example, to avoid the spells. So if I put him right in the middle, that basically guarantees that at least one of our knights will use spells here. Hopefully. If they don't move towards us during this turn, I'm going to need to... Oh, thank you. I was going to actually need to attack for the first time. We've been baiting all the AI so far. Oh, that's actually the best target for that spell because it can regenerate. The best for us, I mean. So far we've just been baiting the AIs. We haven't been actually like attacking them. So far. Yeah, I think I don't need to move anything here. I think we're fine. The only thing I'm going to move is the demon here. There you go. Okay, just in case. That's it. So now we finally are going to start fighting here. Oh my god. So as you can see, that is absolutely terrible. That is absolutely awesome. That is the best thing that could possibly happen in my life. Oh my god. So as you can see, the black element is just wreaking havoc here. As you would imagine. Usually I would try to kill the behemoth here. But I'm going to be completely honest, the damage is so colossal that I don't think it's going to be worth it. And also, they have Final Breath here, which is a 5 hex breath weapon here. So probably not a good idea to... So what I'm going to do, I'm going to focus 100% on the leader here. Luckily I have a lot of firepower. It's a shame that we are going to have to, like, basically break this team up. So we are going to have to... Probably Kyloff and Lioness will be in one team and Chantail is going to be on the other one, I'm guessing. That's probably going to be the makeup of the teams. Alright, a Holy Word here would be awesome, but I need to kill the leader here. So I'm actually not going to. So a Geno Flame is enough to win the battle here, I'm pretty sure. So that said, I'm going to give Halo to Chantail here. He's probably going to get at least 2 levels from this skill. Alright, I'm not going to attack this dude at all. Not a good idea. So let's just attack the ghoul, just to gain some XP. Oh... I'm so afraid that the rock's going to die here. But the moment we end the battle here, the moment we defeat the leader, the battle ends. So we should be fine here. We'll see. You are good? I guess I'll have to come back some other time. Yeah, we're going to fight him for a while here. Several battles. He's probably going to get like, yeah, more than 2000 XP. So when you kill the leader, the battle is basically over. Back the Magus never even moved, which is their barbarian there, which is great. That said, we did not get a whole lot of rune power. That's a colossal battle in terms of like geopolitical importance. Oh, we are the ones! Oh man, that's awesome. So Isphas or Isphas Flowers which take a long time to bloom burn to ashes in a second in war. The war eliminates everything. You should know this. Why are you going for death? You don't know what you're talking about. My wish is to revive the continent from the ashes. Don't you think the only thing that can be born from the ashes is sorrow? Actually not. No, I don't. I see, then I must stop you before it's too late. So, a cool interaction here. We actually need to stop him. So that changes everything. This was not what I was planning, to be honest. I was just going to hold off in the north here until I divided the teams to start the conquest. I was not expecting us to be the last attack on Norgard. That means that if we win, we can actually get 2 extra knights. I don't remember which knights they are. I think one is a sorcerer, level 10 or 11, called Gilsus, I think. Or Jalsus, I don't know how to pronounce that. The other one, I don't remember really. I'm trying, but I forgot. But I'm pretty sure we are going to get 2 mid-tier knights, which is exactly what we need before we create our new teams. But for that we need to win, and that seems pretty easy when you look at the situation here. But when you look at the makeup of Vaynard's team here, this is absolutely terrifying. No joke, it's very hard. So you have a white dragon, a red dragon, a hydra, 2 very strong knights, which are these 2. She's one of the best ranged in the game. And you also have his right-hand man here, almost paladin. So I don't think this is going to be easy at all. But I'm really glad that it turned out that way. I'd rather it be us than everybody else, because I could totally do without the extra knights, but the actual advantages of having having us to be the country that finishes off Norgard is gigantic. Okay, so let's just move a Charlene here. The best case scenario here would be if we were able to kill Vaynard and actually get one of the dragons, or maybe even 2. But that's probably a pipe dream. That's very hard. This is the final battle, which means that we need to kill everybody. I think the only way to end a final battle quickly is to just kill the main guy instantly. This is rough, because no matter where I put... I'm going to put my guy here. What's going to happen is the Hydra is going to use the breath, which I definitely don't want, but I actually don't have a choice here. I'm kind of stuck. I need to start a battle somehow. Luckily, Vaynard is not going to start. Brigandine is going to start, the archer there. So... Alright, the angel. Okay. Alright. I put the Pegasus there exactly for that purpose, to be the one to eat the... Oh, the paralysis given. I even started speaking Portuguese here, because I was 100% sure that we were going to get paralyzed. But yeah, we got it. We got an even worse condition, which is silence. That means our angel here won't be able to use Divine Ray, which is bullshit. But predictable. I did not do a great job of creating a wall here, obviously. But hopefully we can win regardless. Okay, so we can focus on the Hydra, or we can go straight for Brigandine here. But actually this time I don't think it's a good idea, because we are going to be completely exposed to the dragons here. So that basically would guarantee that I would lose units here. So instead of doing that, I'm actually going to just focus on doing as much damage as possible to the Hydra here. Trouble is, to do damage to the Hydra, I need to actually attack the Hydra, and that's terrible, because the Hydra is extremely powerful by now. It's level 9. I'm going to reposition the rock. Can I heal someone that's really... I'm actually going to use Halo here. So Paternus usually doesn't like evolve a whole lot in terms of leveling, especially because he already starts the game with like level 20, 21. But might as well give him the extra XP here. There you go. There you go. That's absolutely perfect. That's the absolute best case scenario. Maybe the red dragon can't enter that hex. Let's hope. Yes. That is absolutely the best thing that could possibly happen here. That's why I was trying to not overextend, because I knew that the AI usually does that. Which is weird, because Vayner actually is a pretty good ranged character. He has a Geno Frost spell. And he also has the Frost element, so it makes the spell even stronger. So I don't know why they do that, but they do that. That said, the Angel not acting here is just brutal, to be honest. Attacking here might be a necessity for me to win this. I don't like it at all, but I think it's necessary. That's why I don't like it. The problem with monks is that they are really, they have really poor defensive skills. I'm not going to attack the dragons, obviously, so let's just focus on the demon. There you go. Oh, not or not. Oh, whatever. All right, this guy's gonna die. I can't save him, probably. I'm not going to move the angel, I think. Maybe I should. I'm not going to attack, just move. Just to have an extra body to make their movement actually difficult. She's probably going to attack my monk here. Yeah. Makes perfect sense. So next turn, Vayner actually starts, man. That's absolutely terrible. That's really bad, because he's going to focus on the monk here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do to give him as much heal as I possibly can. The positioning here is just atrocious. At least I can heal one of the griffins here. But this is supposed to be hard. This is the final battle, so it is what it is. I'm going to position her here. I'm going to actually move the griffin here, just to give me some extra space. I'm going to attack only the goal. The goal of the final battle is not to kill monsters, you need to kill the knights. Even more than like normally, you know. Yeah, I was expecting a miss there. Let's go to this side. Hopefully the monk survives, but might die. Oh, actually we start. That's actually amazing. So first let's use curse and let's see where we are here. 291, huh? Well, you are going to have to... Oh, that's amazing. That's exactly what we needed in order to win. Okay, so this time around I'm going to heal, because I'm not sure if we're going to be able to win here. But I can actually attack with the rock too, because of positioning here. Yes, So in case Paternus can't kill him, we'll be able to have a second chance. There you go. When you die, when you kill a Rune Knight or defeat a Rune Knight in the final battle, they never say anything for the most part. Maybe one or two because of like story purposes, but for the most part, they just silently accept their fate, you know? We got a dragon. We got a dragon, man. There it is. Norgard has been eliminated. We did it. Oh man, that was such a unique set of circumstances to be able to be the one to give the final blow after all this time. So Garcia, so all of our troops have been annihilated. I guess I didn't have the ability to unify the continents. I was not meant to rule Forsina to begin with. We had our ideals, so we gathered the necessary personnel. However, things didn't go the way we wanted. The heavens were against us. The gods were against us. You may be right. Garcia, drink. Huh? This is the last toast between us. This is for the enemies who defeated Norgard. Alright. How could I have? Damn it. So, Garcia is seeing this side of his leader for the first time. Nothing. I was just talking to myself. I shouldn't say anything since I'm the leader of the troop that fell. I guess it's time for the White Wolf to sleep. Yeah, indeed. Brings me no joy to defeat my favorite kingdom. So, in the month 4 of the year 217, Norgard has vanished from the continent. Oh, Kirkmond, not Justus. Justus is the guy from Leonia, I think. So Kirkmond, who would have thought that King Vaynard would get defeated? I guess that was fate. I will be loyal to you now as my lord from now on. Thank you. He's very good. Oh, that's the guy. He's a grappler, I think. Kind of a monk character. I only do what I'm supposed to do as a knight. Now that Norgard is gone, I would like to do my job for your country. Sure. That's awesome. Man, that's amazing. That's so good. You guys have no idea. I was not counting on this at all. They could have been defeated for like 10 turns, maybe more. Like an entire year. They could have been defeated in any of the days, in any of the turns. And they weren't, for some reason. They kept surviving. And Almekia kept attacking them, but kept being defeated back home. They lost their entire country on the west. So, we ended up being the ones to be able to finish them off. So, that is actually awesome. That is absolutely amazing. So, I think we are actually almost ready to be able to separate all the teams here. So I'm sending everybody to Castle Talus. So I don't know how to pronounce the name of this castle, so I'm not going to even try. I'm going to call this castle Bro Castle. So 3 here at Bro Castle. 3 at Senedon here. Oh, we have 2 in Aston, sure. They were hurt. So we need to find 6 knights here that we can trust to be good enough to carry us forward here. I'm actually not going to even look at the evolutions of my monsters here. I moved to the same castle of my creatures here in this army because I'm going to just move them this turn anyway, so it doesn't matter. So the only ones that are out are the ones that are questing. But I probably would want Cortina here, so I need to wait for her to come back. But now we have a good lineup, we really do. And we are officially abandoning this front of battle here. From now on, we are going to keep one army here just defending, because our conquest is actually going to start down here. So I'm going to create a new team to defend here, and the other 3 teams are going to be used in the south. So I don't care what happens here, who captures what here. The most important part has already been the fall of Norgard, and we did that, so as you can see, we already have a bunch of evolutions here. Trouble is, we can't do any of them, but I need space for the red dragon here, as you can see. So let me see what I'm going to do here. Well, let's drop the scorpion for starters here. We have so many good troops, man. This is going to be so hard to do. But I need to. I only have this turn to do this. So let's squeeze as much rune power as we can here. Okay, so 75. There you go. This is the maximum that Paeternius can do here. So now I'm probably going to remove the unicorn because we already have one here. I'm going to remove the centaur. Okay, so this one here, 30. There you go. Done. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to delete the centaur here. I am not going to leave these creatures behind for my enemies, obviously. They are way too good for that. So there it is. So now we're going to move them back. I already did. I'm way too paranoid. I do multiple things again and again during the turns, you know, just to be 100% sure. Okay. So this turn, no attacks, everybody moved. So Macia conquered, okay. Iscalia conquered, fine. Oh, Callion is going for it. Alright, so hopefully they don't get sick or hurt this turn. Or this month. Each turn is a month. So we can actually use them. Oh. Oh, he actually did not get injured. Please, Cortina, please. Don't get injured. Please, 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 please. Alright, so now we have all of our main guys here. So I'm going to do something that will look crazy, but I need to do it. I am going to move every single knight that I have to the same castle, Castle Talus, to decide the teams. This is the quickest way to do it. I usually always do it like this, basically. There you go. The main problem is going to be I can't summon dragons. That's the worst part. So what's going to happen, obviously, is we are going to lose Aston. We are going to have to take it back. And we are going to lose Humber. But we still have Damas. And the biggest advantage, since I'm not going to attack ever in this part of the map, Castle Damas is one of the best castles in the game to defend, because if you remember, these battles here are you need to traverse water, so you have very narrow corridors. Was basically our first battle, right? So you need to traverse water during the battle, so it's very easy to defend, even if your enemy has a colossal army, very powerful. So that's the idea. Okay, so the main problem with Castle Talus is that you can summon dragons, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm actually going to move everybody to a different castle, I think. Maybe Castle Damas, let's see. Maybe Aston. That would guarantee that we wouldn't lose the castle. Jesus, that's terrible. I need to find a place to summon a dragon. I can summon rocks. Oh, there you go. So let's move everybody to this castle here. So this turn I'm not going to do anything, I'm going to just lose castles, but that's okay. Question, can we do this without executing the moves I am executing here? Obviously, you totally can. but I usually do it like this. Okay. So now, move everybody. As you can see, this game is not as much about like constantly conquering and gaining new ground. It's more about how you use the knights and the territories you already have. You know what I mean? So I'm going to move everybody to Gloom, and we are going to lose the couple castles that we definitely are going to lose. So there you go. So let them fight. I don't care about the north yet. There you go. Oh, I actually remembered something. Brigandine, which is the archer from Norgard, I think she's available. You can get her via quests. So the guys that I'm not going to use in teams here, I'm going to send to quests so we can get Brigandine. I think is via like normal quests, but there might be some requirements. We'll see. Let's save first before I choose the teams here. This episode is probably going to be slightly longer than the other ones because I'm going to have to think a little bit about this. So we are back to the amount of domains we had at the start, which are 6, right? We need 1 static team to stay here forever, and we need 3 teams to actually start conquering new ground for us. So now that I moved everybody to Gloom, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording right here. I'm going to write down every single knight and every single amount of rune power. I'm going to try to create 4 very balanced teams. And when I'm finished, I'm going to restart the recording, and I'm going to show you guys which knights went, which knights formed which teams, and which team is going to execute which function. Alright? So I'll see you guys pretty soon. Hey guys, I'm back. So the teams are ready. So let's take a look. So I didn't summon the monsters yet, but the teams are completely ready. I'm just going to form them real quick here, so you guys can see. So this is the first team: Lioness, Kyloff, and Cortina. I chose Cortina because I need a summoner, and she is a very good one because of the rune power. Obviously she's only level 1, but she will level pretty quickly. So that's the first team. And for story purposes, I don't want to separate Lioness and Kyloff, so they might as well stay together here. So that's the first team. Second team is Paternus' team. I could put him on defense because he's very strong, but at the same time he's so strong that what would be the point of like leaving him forever in a defensive position, you know what I mean? So this is our second team: Paternus, Kirkman, and Dogal. So if I'm going to attack, you need to have a sorcerer in a attacking team. Doesn't matter if it's like super powerful or has a insane amount of rune power. He just needs to be good. And Kirkman's good, solid enough. So Paternus obviously is amazing. And now we are going to have Dogal, which has a colossal amount of rune power. So leveling him up is going to be rough, but absolutely the fact that he has so much rune power just completely covers for the fact that he's not going to be good as a knight. So that's team number 2. Team number 3. Team number 3. So let's see here. Where's the guy? So Chantail left Lioness's side, and now he's going to have his own team. Charlene and Dillard. So this is the team. So the idea for this team is basically Dillard is a good monk slash grappler. He has a good amount of rune power for his level, on level 10. Charlene is really good, really solid, and has a lot of rune power. And Chantail obviously is powerful enough to be the leader of his own team now. And now we can actually level the rock. So, not level, evolve the rock. So we can have a finally a Phoenix here, and this team is also going to have a red dragon. So this team is going to be very solid. And again, you want one that can hit from a distance, one melee, and one sorcerer. So there you go. And now our defensive team. So this team is never going to move. It's basically just a team that will stay basically forever defending against Norgard there. Oh, not Norgard. Almekia or Isgaris, whomever ends up winning the battle for the north of the map here. So this is our defensive team. Two monks that I couldn't feat basically anywhere. And Asmit, which is a great bishop. It's a shame that I can't like use him like roaming around because he's one of the important characters in the kingdom. Like a very important NPC that has a lot of lines in the game. But I need a strong team to defend, and as you can see, this team is very strong. I don't even need to summon any creatures for this team. This team is ready to go. And oh, we actually have a pixie too, but we don't have rune power for her. So we're not going to do anything about this right now. So this team is absolutely ready. This is our defensive team, and the other three here are our attacking teams. So that's basically how I set everything up here. So I'm going to move our defensive team first. Asmit and Raisin here. So they are done. I don't need to deal with them probably ever again. But it's a very strong team, as you can see. Very strong lineup, very good secondary units. The only thing that this team is not good at is like variety. You have two melee characters that are not that good, and a cleric. So the cleric is good, but the other two are okay, you know. So that's it. So the other guys that are not in any teams, I'm going to send to quests. But let's summon all the creatures first, so we can actually create the teams here. So I'm going to summon 12 dragons, 8 griffins, some lizardmans to... Alright, so one more of each. There you go, this should be enough. So I'm going to recreate the teams here, and now we are going to be paying attention to the rune power to see what we can actually do here. Okay, so for this team, I actually probably don't even need anything. So I'm going to leave this one for last because I think I already have... I'm already going to spend all of the rune power here. So let's work on the secondary teams. So second team is Eternus. You don't need to do it like I'm doing here, obviously. But I'm kind of used to bringing everybody to the same castle and like putting them in these positions here just to be able to see it better, you know. Being organized in this game really helps in my experience. So there you go. So Dogal has an insane rune power. These three creatures actually have names because they are like his friends. He grew up with them. Not grew up. Remember, he abandoned like society and civilization, so these are the friends he made. So for like storytelling purposes, I'm not going to change anything here. I'm going to leave this team as it is. I have a level 10 Griffin, so I can evolve this one to become a Holy Griff. So I'm going to give another Drake to Paternus here. 30. I can put one Lizardman here. There you go. And here I'm going to need probably like 25. Yeah, 25. So 25, 135. So I have 50 that I can use here. Let's put the Golem. There you go. So I just need to evolve this one. I'm going to reallocate better once I finish the other teams. Okay, so now Chantail's team. By the way, I'm not 100% sure at all if these teams are going to actually work. Sometimes I make the entire thing like I'm doing here. I make all of the decisions, and when it comes to the time to actually use the teams, they don't work that well, you know. So it happens. But I think it's going to be fine. We'll see. Actually, this is not that good, so let me do it like... Yeah, I'm going to actually put a fairy here. I'm going to change it up like this. There you go, 180, perfect. So she has 3 dragons, that's her thing. Actually, I don't think that's good. Variety is very important in this game. And I can level the rock, so we'll see. So basically that's it. But now, what I need to do is to check the leveling. Actually, I need to separate these teams first for this to work. So, let's do it. So, Lioness. Actually, that doesn't make any sense because I'm going to bring everybody here before I start dividing everybody after the attacks. So I need to solve this problem like right now. So, okay, so I need to... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to remove the ones that I need to level up here. Oh, that's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to level up outside. Then I'm going to bring them back. You know what I mean? Pixie. There's that rock. Where was it? Oh, the Holy Griff. Sure. There's a rock here somewhere. Here. So there it is. So now I'll level them up. This one is going to be a Titan. So another Holy Griff. New Fairy. This one has the spell React, which is going to be amazing. Phoenix. That's it. Thought there was like one more. I'm going to delete a bunch of units that we're not going to use here, just to make some space. I'm going to have to delete them anyway. Not all of them, just enough to make everything visible here. There you go. So now let's do it. So Cortina up there. There you go. So for this team, it was the giant, right? Okay, so I need to reallocate this Holy Griff here. This rock is almost leveling up too. There you go, I guess. Yeah, that's good enough. So there you go, excellent lineup here. A new rock. So, yeah. Kind of looks weird, but it's very strong. So there it is. She needs to have at least one evolved one because to help her level, you know, to have a unit that's going to attack in the same turn as she's going to act. Okay, the second one is Paternus. Here. Here. Kirkmond. And Dogal. The Rune Beast. So here, I think, was the Holy Griff, I think? I'm not sure, actually. Oh, forgot. Okay, so this is basically what we have to work with there. I don't remember if the fairy was here, actually, to be honest. I think the Holy Griff was here. So let's form the other team just for me to be able to visualize here better. I should have memorized from which team I took the creature, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. So here's probably the Phoenix. So I need to reallocate this guy. Oh yeah, this team for sure is not going to have enough room power, so I need to remove someone. So yeah, let's just remove the Pixie. Not like a huge problem. Here. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Not a whole lot of creatures, but the ones that are here are very powerful. Very powerful indeed. Okay, so this team is completely ready. This other team, probably I need to put the fairy here somewhere, the evolved fairy. So I don't want to remove this one, but I need to. So I will. I'm going to put one dragon here. So I'm going to switch. There you go. I want at least one dragon for each character. Okay. I think that's it. I think we're done. So these are our 3 attack teams here. Leonia's team. Then we have Paeterna's team. And then we have Chantail's team. And the defensive team was already done. Actually, I removed one unit from Isfa's here. There you go. Perfect. There you go. So now I'm just going to delete every single unit that we summoned here. If we have units that we are not using, just sitting around in a castle somewhere, they are going to cost us. The upkeep cost is going to like keep compounding, you know. So the idea is to always clear everything that you are not using. So I'm going to check everyone for equipments. He has to use the Solomon's Ring, unfortunately. Let me check Cortina, which is the other member of the team. Let's see if we can equip her with something. She has Solar Robe, which gives her defense. Not amazing. This is better. So there you go. Now, Paeternus already has a equipment. Let's see if Kirkmont has something. Actually, no. So we are going to give him the red staff. There it is. Dogal. We can give him the Flame Axe. We can give him the Holy Armor. Actually, I'm going to give him the armor. I don't think giving him attack right now is going to do anything anyway. So, Chantail. Star Robe. Okay. I'm going to give him the wing shoes so he can move more. There you go. Charlene. The Spear Lady. Black Spear. Interesting. I think the Javelin is actually better. So I'm going to keep her using the Javelin. So Dillard, which is the Grappler, is going to use this one. Plus 5 defense, plus 5 evade, which is awesome for a character of this type here. Then the monks, so Isphas. He already has one equipment, so Raisin and Asmit, which... Oh, he already has something too. I'm going to keep this. Let's see if Asmit has something equipped here. Yeah, he actually has a pretty good one, the Almighty Ring. Aegis. Oh, Aegis is very powerful. But it's way too white. 3 white elements. That means that if we are attacked by something with a black element, we're going to get absolutely destroyed. Okay, so that's it. Oh, sorry. So now let's move everybody that is going to actually attack to the correct spot here. Dogal, Kirkmont, Cortina. Have I ever moved wrongly after doing this and like sent a different person to a quest or something like that? Absolutely. many times, you know. You try to like do it correctly, but sometimes so many like moving parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There you go. The defensive team has been moved, and the rest of the knights quest. So the best part about this is that we don't need to stop going sending them into quests, because we are not going to use everybody regardless. That means that when more kingdoms start falling, we have a bigger chance of getting the knights that are like all across Forcina. After their kingdoms fall, they start doing different things, so we can find them in like forests, mountains, doing quests for themselves and things of that nature. So there you go, that's both of our main concerns gone here. So nothing happened this turn. That's the first time since the first turn that I think nothing happened. So probably up north, Esgars and Almekia probably are at a standstill there. Their powers must be very close to each other. And in the south, maybe Caerleon decided to chill for a while, I don't know. Because they are clearly more powerful than Icecalio by this point. So nothing too crazy in the quests. So Philo. Yeah, this 3 dudes. So yeah, I don't need to do anything this turn. I can just completely pass here. There you go. So now because we have a pretty decent team defending up here, that means that even though Almec is defending like a bunch of castles, they have to put a good one here to deal with us. And man, they have a good one here because they have a Stone Golem and an Archangel. Alright. Actually, it's not that good, let's be honest here. But fighting 3 Scorpions in that stage is just absolutely brutal. But as I said before, the idea of this team is to just hold this position here. And this team is perfect to do that. Does not matter at all what they have in that castle, we are going to attack regardless. I think that's the first time we are doing this. Because for us to continue, we need to attack anyway, you know. So let's do it. Also, they got back Salisbury. This guy's Empire attacked and lost. Interesting. You don't see that every day. So we are going to get Lannis, Krylov, and Cortina. That's the new team. This team is going to be strong right away, because even a low-level sorceress with Geno Frost and other spells that she already has, she's already going to be good enough, so why don't you worry? And she's going to be like a well of rune power, so she's going to be amazing in the near future. So obviously I could, for example, not use her and put like Isphas in this team, the level 18 monk. But you need to look for like the results in like 12 turns or 24 turns. You can't just think about what is more powerful now, because you need to balance your troops. Because pretty soon we're going to be fighting wars against several opponents at the same time, and still needing to defend what we capture, so, you know. You need to think about those factors. The main reason why a lot of people, not a lot, a few people think that this game like is difficult, which is not, never has been, it's pretty easy, is because they go by the logic that any person would go while playing the game of this type, which is, alright, I need to capture this castle, I need to defend this castle, and I'm going to capture the next one, then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, I'm going to use all of my knights and all that stuff. When in reality, that's not the point of the game. You don't need to go for it instantly. You can work on your troops, get better knights, get better combinations of knights, you know. So that's basically the idea. It's not a sprint, like it's a marathon, as people say. Hopefully they don't attack here. My wall's not ready at all. So we need to position in a way that guarantees that our sorcerers will get at least 1 kill. Now we have 2 knights that we need to guarantee kills for. Before it was only Krylov, now we need to guarantee kills for the sorcerers too. They already went for Lannis, which is fine. Giving XP to Lannis is always good, so no problem. Oh, come on, please. That's ridiculous. Alright, that was a very good move by them. They completely locked my movement off here. That is a terrible thing. I was just starting to like what they were doing here. They just absolutely destroyed everything. Because by putting that rock there, if the cleric didn't move like a crazy man, like he just did there, that is actually a great play. Because it would cut off 2 of my armies, and I wouldn't be able to have been able to like form my wall. Trouble is, he just moved the cleric right after, so didn't help a whole lot. There you go. I think I can kill Ulster this turn. He gave me this one. They gave me this one. Oh, for free. Oh, damn it. That's terrible, actually. I was going to give it to Kylov, the kill. But the guy just can't catch a break. It's amazing. Stuff just doesn't work for him. I don't need to attack these giants, but I will just for XP. Alright, Kylov needs to attack here to get at least a little bit of XP. Oh, that's so unlucky. Okay, so I can't give Cortina any sort of reasonable amount of XP here because Icecalia decided to throw here. They gave up on the battle. Sometimes those head scratchers happen, you know. There's like a ridiculous move. If you guys remember, we were fighting Callion, and they moved a sorceress, Sierra, ahead without any defense towards our wall. She died in 1 turn, because of course she did, you know. Okay, so Daffy is level 12, so the only one that's going to move before him is Lioness. So let's see what we can do. Maybe we can actually kill him. That's the positioning here is bad. Really bad, actually. So let's just try to do as much damage as possible here. Here. I wasn't able even to give like not even a little bit of XP to Cortina, so that's very annoying. That's our main focus for this team now. No point in using anything with Lioness here. Holy Word had only 1 target, so pointless. At least it's giving me a few extra XP points here. There you go. As I thought, this was going to be pretty easy. Because I think the better half of his army is probably defending against Callion in the other castle here. And yeah, the music broke again. Awesome. I love it. It's not annoying at all. So always on the lookout for new knights here. Usually what happens by the end of the game, you might need an extra army, meaning 5 instead of 4, which is what I have. That said, if we defeat a few countries, we should be able to form a decent enough 5th army. It depends. Oh, please, stop it. Thank you very much. This was so annoying that I wasn't even paying attention to what the dude got in this quest, to be honest. I'm going to check it real quick. Oh, not order, equipment. Apostles, oh, rune area +1, that's really good. But not for her, she's fine. Okay, so now, in the next turn, we are probably going to start attacking more than once here. We need a team to stay here in Aston, and the other 2 teams can start attacking. Probably here and here. We'll see. Completely depends on what we'll be facing in those particular castles. It's less a situation in which you can freely choose because you have a decently strong army, and more one of those that you need to wait to see what the opponent is going to make, the movements the opponent is going to make. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, so the 3 Indamas are fine, and the folks in Aston are fine. So I'm going to save. I'm going to just leave the attacks already loaded here. So when we start the next episode, we are going to start with the attacks here. So let's just see if we can actually attack more than once here. We'll see. And we need to see also which teams we're going to use. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to use my main team because this is not good. So Linus, Krylov, and Ortina will attack here. Okay, so let's check the other places. I was avoiding Carleon so far. I have been avoiding Carleon so far, but I can't avoid them forever. Eventually I'm going to have to start fighting them. They are the one nation I dislike fighting the most because they are usually very strong. Man, we are not getting some breaks here. This is brutal. But I need to attack. I need to proceed. Okay. I'm going to attack here, actually. I'm going to change my earlier decision here. I'm going to attack with my main team here, because this one is way harder. And for this one, I'm going to actually use Paternus team. So Paternus, Dogal, and Kirkman. So from now on, now that I separated the teams, so I don't have a super team anymore. So basically that means that there's no battle that we are guaranteed to win. So we might actually start losing now. It's completely possible. These 2 rocks are very dangerous because they can petrify our most impactful units, you know what I mean? That could be very annoying. I can't attack with the 13 because, Jesus, the enemies here are way too hard. Way too hard. So for now, I'm going to attack only with the main team and Paternus' team. Let's see what's going on up here. If it comes a time in which the teams get like even worse, and if they like move Garant here, the Shogun, if they move him somewhere else, and only other average knight replaces him here, then we might attack, but for now I don't see any reason to. So, the attacks are ready, our teams are ready. So in the next episode we are actually, after like more than 2 years and a couple of turns in, we are finally ready to actually start the conquest and actually execute the real point of the game, which is to conquer the entirety of Orsina. But that's for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.